It's like collecting infinity stones. But I'm just missing one more piece to the collection. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, J Swap. Hey man, back to you with another video. Back to you with another banger for y'all, man. As you see by the title and the thumbnail and the introduction, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be talking about the Air Jordan 4 white cement things that's coming out this weekend, coming out this Saturday, May 24th, man. So if you haven't already, go ahead and put your foot forward, man. Go ahead and enter them raffles. You know, the raffles are open on Champs, Foot Locker. I'm pretty sure DTLR, Hibbets, pretty much every major retail store that's out there, man. Go ahead and enter in those raffles if you really want this shoe, man. It's gonna be a crazy release, man. I expect these to do some crazy things, you know what I'm saying? We've seen it from the Jordan 12 flu games. We've seen it from the black metallic 5s. We've seen it from these the cool gray 9s. We've seen it from these past Jordan releases, that anytime they release a shoe like those, they've always had some crazy hype behind it. But I don't know how this is gonna do, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all an example shoe. We got the Jordan 4 military blue that came out in 2024. Now, somebody remind me, because I mean obviously this came out last year, but somebody remind me, when this shoe dropped, this shoe probably sat around for a little bit and then eventually sold out. But the crazy thing is, the resale value on this shoe is not really that high. This is a 10.5 that I have right here. My personal size, 10.5. This shoe doesn't have crazy resale value. And I'm wondering if it's because Jordan Brand's multitude of pairs that they created for this shoe. I don't remember, I don't know the exact numbers or how many pairs they made for this specific model, but this is just one of the examples of the shoes that came out and they sat around for a little minute and then they eventually sold out. Now you'll have to be lucky and just catch these on the restock, but dead stock, as you can see. I always like to say that, you know what I'm saying, and for most of my shoes that I haven't worn. But yes, they are dead stock. Have not worn these yet, but I don't know, man. It seems like the Jordan 4 the Jordan 4 white cements has some hype behind it. Obviously, this is a shoe that last retroed in what, 2016, and I'm pretty sure, y'all quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was last 2016 that the Jordan 4 white cements had last retro. Now, obviously we're seeing them back this weekend. We don't know how it's gonna do, you know, but I assume it's gonna do some crazy numbers. It's gonna do some craziness, you know what I'm saying? But this is just one of the examples. If you look on StockX, this shoe is not going for a lot. This shoe is actually going for, in my size, probably like $215 last time I checked. So this is not a very valued shoe in terms of resale. Like I said, I don't really look at the resale. I just like what I like. But if you look at the market, it'll kind of tell you if shoes are going to sit or if they don't really have hype behind it. That's just one prime example. Here's another example. The Air Jordan 4 White Thunders. When these came out, I can't remember the exact day. I think these came out last August in 2024. These actually moved a little bit quicker than these. Moved way quicker. I don't know what the resale value is on these, but I'm pretty sure this is a lot higher than the military blues. Not a lot were made in these. I'm pretty sure there were probably restocks. As you can see, dead stock. There were probably restock on these, but this shoe was gone within like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes or so, and you were lucky to even catch this shoe on a restock. But this shoe did better than these. Surprisingly. Even with the Nike Air on the back, as you can see, this one, the Jordan brand. So it's these little small details, little details that I've noticed, you know, when Jordan shoes are being released during the year, especially with Jordan 4s, because Jordan 4 still has that popularity behind them in replace of the Jordan 1s, which used to have hype like what, back in like 2020, you know, some in that, at least in that time realm. But now I feel like we kind of took a shift in terms of hype of what we find a shoe that we want to invest in or at least buy for our leisure. You know, I feel like it's the Jordan 4 and probably the Jordan 3 and many other models, but I think Jordan 3s and Jordan 4s are definitely the ones in the forefront, you know what I'm saying? That's another example. Actually, before I even show that one, here's another prime example. Jordan 4 red cement. I'm pretty sure that's what these were called. As you can see, these are worn. I've worn these a couple times. Gosh, I gotta clean these, boy. Oh my god, how did this happen? Look at that. It's like a little sticky material. I don't know how that got on there. I'm gonna have to really clean that off. I don't know what got on there, but I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm gonna clean that when I can. But another prime example, Jordan 4 red cement things. These sat for a little minute. These had no hype. I don't think nobody was really looking for these. It's a dope shoe. I think maybe the colorway, the color combination, the color blocking, you know, this didn't really do too well in terms of how this shoe was sold and how the retail, or the resale I should say, kind of went about valuing these at. But still a dope shoe in the long run. Nothing too crazy about it. Very, very simple shoe, you know. But then we get into an old release. Y'all probably seen these before. The Air Jordan 4 Bred 2019. This is the suede joints. This ain't the Reimagined joints. This the suede joints. This is 2019. Last time these retro, at least in this material. This sold out. Now you gotta think again. This was a couple years ago. This was 2019. Jordan 4s, any type of Jordans really sold out. You know, especially if it was an OG, these sold out. But now it seems like as the years went by, Jordan, like OG Jordans, have sat. You know what I'm saying? We seen it with the Cardinals. We seen it with what other shoes that came out? The Jordan 3 black cements. Those are actually below retail value or resale value. Actually, excuse me, they're actually below retail. If you go on StockX, the Jordan 3 black cements are below retail. So it's kind of crazy that we get these OG shoes back and they're not doing too well in the resale or in the retail market for people who want them. So I don't know, like I said, if it's manufacturing, how much they're producing, quality controls, if the hype, if people actually really want these. It's a plethora of different things that goes into it for the value of the shoe. But like I said, 2019 pair, still have mine. It kind of creased up a little bit, nothing too crazy, but still looking good no matter or. But then, speaking of Reimagined, you got these. The Jordan 4 Bred Reimagined, which came out last February in 2024, I'm pretty sure. All-Star Weekend. These, if I recall, I think these pretty much sold out. But they were constant restocks. I think Jordan Brand made a whole bunch of these. I think it was somewhere around like the 400,000. It was some crazy number. They made a whole lot of these, and that's why there was like some restocks after the release date if people weren't able to, you know, get them. That's why you see on the resale, if you go on StockX or Go, the resale value isn't high on these because they made so many pairs. But as opposed to these this is probably higher than these. You know, this was once going up in resale value, but now the resale value is kind of plummeted just a little bit. You know, you got the original 2019. Now, an unused pair probably goes for a lot. I would say probably like $500, give or take. I'm just throwing a ballpark number. $500, give or take. This around, I don't know, $240 in a 10.5, $250. Both the same shoe, just different materials. As you can see, 2019, 2024. I'm pretty sure these are 2024. Somebody correct me on that. Pretty much identical shoe, just one is leather, one is suede. But this just holds more resale value than these. But you gotta think, we're in a different, so the main point that I'm trying to get across here is that we went from 2019, hype shoe, sold out instantly. Ooh, focus. Sold out instantly in 2019. You were lucky to even catch a restock. Cool. Move further, you got the red cements. These sat. Resale value's not that high. I'm over here just turning the shoe around and stuff. My bad, y'all. Resale value not that high. You know, clean shoe, just nobody was really looking for these. That's one shoe. Then you get to these, the Reimagined. They made so many pairs of these that the resale value isn't there. You'd be lucky to catch these on a restock. You know, you could probably buy these on StockX for probably a decent price after fees and shipping and all that. You could probably get it for a good price. The resale value isn't high on these, but the crazy thing is when this came out, this didn't move as fast as the 2019 pair did, but they still sold out. Cool. Then you get to the White Thunder, a little bit more hype behind it because you had the Lightnings and I think just the regular Thunder. This is another one in the series, the White Thunder. And then you had the Red Thunder too that came out a couple years ago in January. I totally forgot about those. I don't have that pair, unfortunately. I wish I did. I actually like that pair, but we got the White Thunders anyway, so a dub's a dub. But this had a little bit more hype behind it. Came out in August 2024. Had a little bit more hype. Sold out kind of fast. Another shoe came out last year, Military Blues. Just didn't sell out as quick enough, if I recall. These sat for a little minute and then they were gone shortly after, same day. But there were a bunch of restocks. Like I said, resale value is not too high. But as you can see, it's a dope shoe. You know, you like what you like, you cop what you like, you know. And that's just the moral of the story. But you got all these shoes. Let me see, I ain't gonna be able to fit every shoe in here. But you got all these 4s that had dropped. Some have moved, some hasn't. So that makes you wonder, when the Jordan 4 white cements come out, will these sell out first day? We don't know. It probably will, the way that the hype is, you know what I'm saying? The stock is high, it's a GR, it's a general release. I don't know the stock numbers. I think the last time I watched the video, somebody had mentioned it was probably around like 90,000 for the stock number, but it could vary. There could be restocks. Nike truly never sells out. They always have something in the vault for when they do restocks in the future. But it seems like the Jordan 4s, it just depends on the colorways. You had multiple Jordan 4s that came out during the past couple years. You had the olive green Jordan 4s that came out that look like the patchworks, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Those sat. Nobody wanted those, but then they slowly sold out. You had all these other shoes that I've shown y'all. Some sat, some sold out. So it makes me think, will these actually sit? Probably not. But you gotta be a little bit optimistic when this release comes out, man. So like I said, if you really want these shoes, you gotta put your foot forward when it comes to it, man. You gotta put that effort in. enter in your raffles, do what you gotta do, hit up the plugs if you got shoe plugs, you know what I'm saying? And try to get your hand on a pair. I'm gonna try to get a double up, you know. Like I said, I'm gonna try to hit my Foot Locker pair if I do win, or Champs pair. And if I win one and don't win the other, I'm gonna try to get up early in the morning and go to JD. Just first come, first serve. But my prediction is these will probably sell out. But I'm a little bit optimistic that these will probably sit in certain sizes. They'll probably sit. We've seen, for example, it's a different shoe model, Jordan 3 Black Cements. Those is another OG that came out not too long ago, last year, during the holiday times, I believe. Those sat, and they kept restocking. They kept restocking, and they kept restocking. Did not sell out. Actually, I don't even think I've seen that shoe sell out not one time. I've seen sizes go, but they keep restocking them. And I'm pretty sure you can go on Foot Locker and Champs right now and search Jordan 3 on the app or whatever, and you'll be able to grab yourself a pair right now if you really want them. So it makes you think, will these actually sit this weekend? I'm not too sure. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. But stay tuned. I will try to do a vlog, do a pickup mall vlog if I do win my pair. So hopefully I do, because this is gonna be a hype shoe, man. But hey, man, from all the shoes that released from previous years, man, you know, I just wanted to try to get a thumbnail. We're just gonna have to see how this goes, man. But that's gonna be it for the video, man. I know I didn't want to talk too much about the whole resale, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to show you a couple Jordan 4s that I had in my collection and kind of just tell you what my experience was when I bought these shoes, and how some shoes sat and some of them sold out quickly and instantly. So will these sit? I don't know. Optimistically, maybe they'll probably sit, but the bigger sizes will probably fly. But we'll just have to see, man. But I'm not gonna talk y'all heads out too much, man. I appreciate for y'all watching the video. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, man. Let's try to get our channel up to 500 subscribers, man. 500 subscribers, man. If you haven't already, if you've been liking my videos but haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it right now, man. I'm posting more content for y'all, man. I'm trying to be consistent for y'all, man. And go ahead and join the family. And comment down below, what do you think? Are these gonna sell out? Are these gonna sit? Compared to the other previous Jordan 4 models that came out? Let me know down in the comments below, man. I want to have an open discussion with y'all, man. So like I said, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much, man. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.